Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how I made these super cute, super easy cloth crowns. So if you're interested in how I achieve this look, please stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get started. I have a regular piece of printer paper that I'll be using to make the pattern. First, I mark 4.5 inch points from the bottom of the paper and trace a straight line across those points. Starting from the left side, I mark 1 inch points along that line and stop at 8 inches. On the edge of the left side, I measure 7 inches up from the bottom and mark at that point. Along the line where I marked the 1 inch points, I move over 2 inches and connect that point with the 7 inch point with the diagonal line. Moving over to the 3 inch point, I mark 6 inches up from the bottom and mark at that point. I skip over the 4 inch point, and again I mark 6 inches up from the bottom at the 5 inch point. I skip the next 1 inch point one last time and mark 6 inches up from the bottom at the 7 inch point. Now I go back and connect those 6 inch points with the 1 inch points to the left and right side along the line with diagonal lines. I'm essentially creating even triangles with 2 inch spaces along the line. At this point, I measure around the circumference of my daughter's head. I divide that measurement in half, then I add 1.5 inches to that measurement. I realized I needed to add more paper to get the full measurement onto the pattern. Before I do that, I also realized that I had enough space to add another triangle at the top. To do that, I just added 2 more inches along that line and marked at each point, then followed the previous steps to trace the triangle. After tracing the triangle, I grab another piece of paper and overlap the pattern on top, then tape them together along the edge. Now I can mark that measurement that I need at the bottom along the edge from the bottom up. Then I connect those points with a straight line and cut across. I stop at the 4.5 inch point and continue cutting around the pattern. After cutting out the pattern, I add the cut on the fold indication, and now it's complete. For the fabric, I'll be using 2 different cotton knit prints and some quilt polyfill. I cut 1 piece each using the pattern I prepared. And here are all the pieces cut onto fabric. I go ahead and open them up. First, I lay the polyfill down, then I line the flower print fabric on top of the polyfill right side up. I line the pink geometric print on top right side down. I make sure the triangles are all lined together and pin all 3 layers together. I sew around with a straight stitch and leave about a 1/2 inch opening at the bottom. After sewing all 3 pieces together, I cut the pointed edges off the triangles and the corners around the band. I I also cut the excess seam allowance around the triangles and the sides off the band. Next, I turn the crown right side out at the 2-inch opening. As I pull out each triangle, I use the end of my scissors to push the point completely out of each triangle and all 4 corners of the band. Here's everything all turned out. Now I fold in a 1/2 inch at the opening and press in place, then continue to press the front and the back. After pressing, I sew a top stitch along the edges of the triangles and the straight edges around the band. Here's a closer look at the top stitch when it's complete. As you can see, I've also added my daughter's name using some iron-on letters. This is completely optional, but you can find these at Joanns or any crafting stores and also online. Lastly, I have some sew-on Velcro here to attach at the ends of the bands. I'm sure you all know that there's 2 different textures on each side of the Velcro to help attach both pieces together. First, I take one side of the Velcro and measure right in between the stitches and centered at the end of the band. I use that strip to measure the other side of the Velcro. I place one side of the Velcro flat side down on top of the end of the band. Then I place the other side of the Velcro flat side down on the back side of the end of the band. Then I sew around the edge of each strip. Here's a closer look once the Velcro is attached. Now it can be opened and closed for wearing. And now the crown is complete. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when there's a new upload. See you in the next one. Bye!